So now that we know how to journalize entries in your general journal and we've created our chart of accounts, we can now post our general journal entries into general ledger accounts. And we'll use our reference column here. So we'll create a worksheet for each one of these chart of accounts. So the first one's cash, and this is what it will look like. You'll have 100, the account number with the account name, and then you'll have the date, whether it's a debit or credit, and then what the normal balance is. And it'll be a debit or credit for the normal balance. You'll do this for every chart of account, so we'll have equipment, sales tax payable, Joe Smith Capital, mowing revenue, gas expense, repair expense, and depreciation expense. So now let's go to the general journal and we'll look at our first entry. Cash for 1,000 debit. So we'll go to the cash general ledger, and it's May 1st, 2011. And it's a debit for $1,000. So then the balance is a $1,000 debit. Then we'll go back to the general journal, and in the reference we put what number chart of account cash is, and it's 100. So we'll click on reference and we'll put 100. So now we know that we have put cash to the general ledger cash account. Next we have Joe Smith Capital. So we'll go to Joe Smith Capital. It's a $1,000 credit, May 1st. So May 1st, 2011. It's a $1,000 credit, and the balance is 1,000. So we're done with that. Go back to the general journal, and we've done it. So in the reference column, we'll put 300, which is the account number. We'll do the same for equipment. So $500 debit on May 3rd. So 5/3/2011. 500 debit. 500 is the balance. Go back, and it's 101. So we're done with that. Now we'll go to cash, and we'll post cash to the general ledger, and it's on the 3rd, and it's $500. So now for the balance we'll take 1,000 debit minus a $500 credit. So now we have 500 balance in our cash account. So now we have $500 cash. Go back to the general journal and we'll post that. So there's 100. Now we'll go to the gas expense, and it's the 5th, $15 debit, May 5th, 2011, $15. Balance is 15, and it's account 500. Cool, 500. Now it's a cash 15 credit. 5, 15. And a neat way you can do this is put the equal sign in the column you want to put the number, then arrow up, and it puts in the number of that account, so D5, so it'll be 500, and then hit the minus sign, and you want to subtract the 15, so arrow over, and that's the formula, and then you can hit enter, and it gives you your result. So now we'll go and post this. Cash is 100, so we're done with that. Now we'll record our revenue. So cash on the 7th is $21.20. 7, it's a debit, and we want to do this cool little thing again, so we'll go equals, arrow up, then you'll hit the add button because debit plus debit, and then you'll arrow over to the amount you want to add. I'll hit enter, and there's our new balance, and let's put 2 decimals here. There we go, that looks better. Go back to general journal, it's 100. Now mowing revenue, the 7th, $20 credit, 5/7/2011. 2011, $20 credit. So there's 20. Back to our general journal, it's 400, and we'll have sales tax payable. It's a $1.20 credit on the 7th. $1.20 credit, $1.20, and it's account 200, so we'll put 200. Now we have repair expense on May 9th, so we'll go to repair expense, $10 debit, 5/9/2011. It's a $10 debit, 10 there, counts 501. Put that in the reference column. So we're done with that. And we'll have cash, $10 credit. It's on the 9th. $10 credit equals arrow up, subtract a credit from a debit. So there's our new account balance. So there's 100. Now as we can see, we have 3 of the same entries. And they're the exact same amount. So do a quick way at this. We know that the 14th, 21st, and 28th are all cash at $21.20. So we'll post those all at the same time. So we'll go to cash. It's the 14th, 21st, and the 28th. And it's $21.20. Cool way to put $21.20 in all of them is click on the $21.20, and on this lower corner click and drag down to the 28th and let it go, and $21.20 will fill in. So now we'll use our cool formula tool here. Arrow up, and you add debits, and then arrow across to the $21.20, hit equals, and there's your new balance. And it'll copy that formula. If you click on where you just put the formula, hit the lower corner, drag down, and release, and it fills it all in for you. So now we've posted those 3 entries to the cash general ledger account. So we'll go back to the general journal. We'll put 100 in the reference for cash, 100 in the reference there, and 100 there. So we're done with all those. Now let's do mowing revenue for all 3 of them. And it's $20 credit. So we have the 14th, the 21st, the 28th. And it's 20. I'm going to fill all those in. Let's use our cool formula. Up, and you credit plus credit. So you add. Then we'll click on the formula that we just put in. We'll drag down, and the answer should be 80, because 20 plus 20 plus 20 equals 80. And indeed we get 80. Now we'll go back to the general journal, and we'll post it. 400 is the count, 400 there, and 400 there. So now we have to do sales tax payable for all 3. We'll go to sales tax payable. It's a $1.20 credit. It's the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. It's a $1.20. So we don't have to type it all. We'll drag it down, and we'll do our formula here. You add 2 of the same, so credit plus credit, and then we'll drag that down, and we should get 480. And indeed we get 480. Go back to your general journal, and we'll put the reference number in. So sales tax payable is 200. 200 and 200. So now you can take your general journal entries and post them to your general ledger account, so you get a balance for each account when you're done with your general journal.